Let's classify matter. If it's pure, we can call that a substance. Now that might be an element, it might be a molecule, but it is a pure form of matter. If you have a sample that has more than one substance, well, it has to be a mixture. And if you happen to have a nice pure substance and you cannot decompose it further using chemical means, well, that must be an element. Let's think about forms of matter and whether they can be classified as elements, compounds, or mixtures. Gold. That is the element Au. The ocean. Salt, water, other things. It is a mixture. Milk. Well, it looks like one white thing, but there's water, there's fatty acids in there, there's lots of stuff. It's a mixture. Copper, not copper oxide, but just pure copper, is the element Cu. Glass is an example of a molecule where the two elements are present are silicon and oxygen, so it's silicon dioxide. Really, if you think about it, the world is mostly a mixture. Anything you see is probably less than 100% pure. So let's classify mixtures. For example, a drop of blood. It looks pure, but you know there's more than one thing in there. Therefore, we're going to call that a homogeneous mixture, meaning you can only see one thing. This is also the definition of a solution. A solution is more than one substance, but they are homogeneous. Only one thing is visible. Many other mixtures are clearly more than one substance, like granite. Multiple things are visible. Therefore, that's a heterogeneous mixture, or just a mixture. Usually when people think of mixtures, they think of a solid dissolved in a liquid, like salt water. But it doesn't have to be so. You can have all phase combinations for solutions. Consider a gas-gas solution. Air is a great example. Nitrogen, oxygen, some other things, all dissolved together. Only one thing is visible. Solid dissolved in a liquid, well, that's the classic case, like salt water. But you can dissolve gases in liquids, for example, carbon dioxide. That's soda. Liquids dissolved in other liquids are certainly possible. Gasoline is a mixture of many soluble hydrocarbons. Vinegar is a mixture of acetic acid and water. And in fact, you can have a solid-solid mixture, but in most cases they melt it first, then let it freeze. Examples are brass, steel, pewter, and other solid-solid mixtures. The final point I'd like to make about matter is that if you have a mixture, normally a chemist would not be a happy camper about that. He would want to separate it into its pure substances so you can know exactly what is present. This is the classification of matter.